to the neck, but now I'm trophied up. I'm saying like, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand.
Welcome to the Gorilla Press Indie Podcast. We've been trying to get this together for a while, and here we are with wrestler and promoter T.Y. Sutton. How are you doing today, buddy?
Dude, I'm worn out, but I'm happy. I'm blessed to be alive.
We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, why you might be a little bit worn out. Obviously you're a working man, but you've been working your ass off on this tournament you got coming up. But first of all, let's get to know you a little bit. You're kind of a correspondent here at Gorilla Press Pro now, and we want to learn a little bit about T.Y. Sutton. How many years you've been in the business and your transition into becoming a wrestling promoter?
Yeah, so I started training to wrestle on the day that I turned 18, which was January 14th, 2004. I was still in high school at the time, and the promoter, Doug Watkins for TWA in Dalton, God rest his soul, he absolutely would not let me train to wrestle if I was under 18. He said as long as I was 18, he was okay with it.
Right.
So I tried to do the whole, I'll get my parents to sign for me. And he's like, no, be 18, then we could talk. So the day I turned 18, went to TWA. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And he set me up with a badass named Rick Justice. And
I like that.
You get wrestlers like Gunther, Dynamite Kid. You believe it. You believe it's real because it is real.
All right.
Rick Justice is the definition of one of those guys that is real. Anywho, did my training with him, and then June 6, 2004, I had my very first match, and it was a very odd 8-man tag, and I got like 3 punches, a suplex, and then I took like several bumps after that. So, wow. Other than that, that and 933 matches later, that's my career.
Ooh, that's a lot. And this career has expanded over kind of South Tennessee, North Georgia, a little bit of Middle Georgia, I would say. Alabama, am I correct in that?
Yeah, so I've wrestled the majority of the state of Georgia, wrestled in Alabama, wrestled in Tennessee, wrestled in Florida. Bear with me. Wrestled in Indiana, wrestled in Kentucky, wrestled in Ohio.
Wow.
Wrestled. No, I did not wrestle in Virginia. That show got canceled. But I digress. I've wrestled a majority of the East.
Yes, yeah. You've been. And how many years have you put into the business now?
Being in the business total is going up to 21 years. My wrestling in-ring career, refereeing, wrestling, 20 years. So I'm in my 21st year in the business, going from wrestler to now promoter of Pro Wrestling Clash. Which, fun fact, before we get into Pro Wrestling Clash, did you know Pro Wrestling Clash was not my first show that I promoted?
It was, oh my gosh, the Carpet Clash.
So I called Clash at Carpet City Pro Wrestling Clash. That's under the same banner, but when Lethal Contact Wrestling in Cleveland, Tennessee revived, I had a big hand in that. Some people will say, "Oh, Tyler was a promoter." Yes and no. I wasn't behind the money of it, but I was behind the booking of it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that was kind of my introduction of being a promoter, was the revival of Lethal Contact Wrestling, which was a great show back in the day. We try to get that fire to go back again, but I mean, things happen. Finances weren't there. It happens. That's how it goes sometimes.
And I want to ask you stuff like this from time to time whenever you come on the podcast. It would seem that North Georgia is not really as hot as it once was. Probably 6-7 years ago. Is kind of the Chattanooga area a little bit more red hot than, say, North Georgia? Maybe even, could you blanket it as a blanket statement that maybe Tennessee, the indies in Tennessee are a little bit more red hot than Georgia was, say 6-7 years ago, or maybe not even that long ago.
I'll be as fair as I possibly can with this question. North Georgia wrestling it's a balance. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad.
Right.
And you just never know. Now Chattanooga and professional wrestling in Chattanooga, like at the indie scene, has been red hot, and it's only getting so much better. What Jaden Newman and the crew at TWE is doing up there, you think you might get to the top with it. They just keep continuing to do like super duper good things. Like, I'm so happy to be a part of that crew again. Like, even if it's just a bystander or me just kind of helping out, like sweeping the ring or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm just really glad to be back with that crew again. That's a good locker room, great minds. Shut up!
Dang rednecks. What can you do with
it? I would actually invite him to come to my show next week. Anywho, Chattanooga is red hot. The wrestling scene, it could be different. I mean, it balances out. It could be good. It could be bad. And like I said, as fair as I possibly could be, I mean, Jaden Newman, Dylan Hells, those guys at TW, they know what's working and they're using it to their advantage. And they have good partnerships too, with Matt Griffin at Action, Dump Sanders at New,
which is in Georgia.
It's in Tyrone, yeah. You can check them out at IWTV. Great show. That's another incredibly great show. New South Wrestling in Alabama, again, another fantastic product.
Absolutely. I actually have been keeping up with that. I've always enjoyed their stuff. But I would say, with you covering more of the South Chattanooga, North Georgia, some of Alabama, would you say that TWE and maybe the Scenic City are probably the two top promotions in Chattanooga?
Oh, by far, yeah. Yeah, without question. There's like no question about that. And like I said earlier, it's only gonna get better. And they've got a show that's every other Monday. Their show just passed. It's their Crash Course show.
Yeah.
It's basically it's like what we call a rep show, but still, like, whether they draw 5 people or 50 people or even 100 people, it varies at different times. This is still a really good show for.
So they're putting on weekly shows.
Bi-weekly, every other Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, these shows are, I guess you could call it the NXT of TWE.
Okay,
that's the best way. That's the best way that I can describe it. And it's like you'll have a mix of new guys in there, people that are just out of training. You'll have vets that comes in every now and again. In my personal opinion, I think it's a good experience, especially for people who are looking for reps at a show. Not only you get that, but when you're active at Crash Course, you're getting people looking at you. And I don't care what anybody says out there, they will try to downplay, Crash Course it's just this little small. I will tell you right now, there's more than one set of eyes looking at this talent that are at this show. I mean, I'll put my promoter hat on. Like, when I get over there, I like to check out the talent that's over there. Jaden, and everybody else that works in the back at TWE, they've got eyes on them. When they're looking at this talent, they're just like, oh man, these guys are
it's a good way to score yourself a job.
Yeah, and it's not just at TWE. It could be at New South. It could be at
anywhere. Anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a young talent, I'd strongly recommend going over every other Monday and checking it out and get your reps in. I promise you, they will look at you. They will help you. That is a great show to learn.
And transitioning into a perfect transition, because we're talking about great young talent and being seen. You've got a great idea for a tournament that's coming up next week, and it is called the Futures Tournament. Now, these are all independent wrestlers that have been in the business for 5 years or less. Is that correct?
Yeah, 5 years less. It is the second annual Sean Schultz Futures Tournament. The first one was in Chatsworth, Georgia last year. Great success. It was quickly the talk of the town. A lot of the younger talent, not long after that tournament, reached out to me, and I'm not talking like two or three. Like I counted 50 within 3 days.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that's actually more for that show than it was when I was doing Clash of Carpet City, which, oh man, I'm blessed. Like, I'm glad it got out like it did. And the first show was just a massive success. And we're looking for more of the same next Saturday.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped up about it. I'm going to try to make it. Try to bring my brother, anybody from our Gorilla Press wrestling page that wants to go. Of
Sound
course,
that?
I've invited everybody. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no,
Okay.
no. It's we've got rude folks. I picked the perfect place to record. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. We're getting our point across, and we're promoting this Futures Tournament show coming up next week in Red Bank. So, what can we expect from this Futures Tournament?
Um, I like to say this about all of my shows: expect the unexpected, because you never know. There's a thing called cards subject to change. That does happen. That's why, like, I could give you an expectation. Well, great wrestling, great young talent for sure. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Especially with this core that's coming
It
in. Like,
reminds me of
I
the ID tournament that WWE is doing. I believe in GCW. It kind of reminds me of that because it's like, hey, you win this tournament and you're the best of all of the new talent, basically, and you got eyeballs from all different promoters looking at you as well. I mean, well, they'll be looking at everybody in the tournament, obviously, but
yeah.
it's a special thing to win a tournament like that, especially a one night tournament. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then the good thing about this tournament is, if you win, yeah, but I mean, even if you're a finalist and you don't make it all the way, or you could be eliminated from the first round, but you just put on just a master class.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the tournament does help out your career super well. Like AMJ last year won it for me. He's doing great for himself. CJ Evans was a finalist last year. Came up a little short in the finals, but again, he's doing super well for himself. He's coming back next Saturday to wrestle Jake Murphy in a special attraction match, and I think it's going to be a very incredible showing off both of them. I couldn't even tell you who's going to win that match, because it's going to be that close.
The Red Bank area could use a little bit of fun with all the flooding and everything in the Hickson and Red Bank area. As of late, we've had some terrible storms. Just in case people don't know, I live close to the Chattanooga area as well. So yeah, I keep up with a lot of the Chattanooga stuff, North Georgia, and I'm super excited about this tournament. I'm super excited for Gorilla Press, to be sponsoring it, and let's go over some of the information. If somebody would like to sponsor a wrestler, I think you've got a few more wrestlers that could possibly still be sponsored.
Yeah, I've got a couple left. I don't have the list in front of me, but I know there are two left.
Okay.
I think Gaston LaRue and Ethan Hire are the two left. Tony Talia had to pull out. She was based in Florida, but little something came up and she had to pull out, which stinks. But she's a great wrestler. In my opinion, she is the female Kurt Angle. She's incredible. She is
That's high
incredible.
praise.
But you'll see her. You'll definitely see her up in this area. I plan on bringing her back for another show. It was a good term thing, but like I said, these things happen. You never know.
Yeah.
And I would say, that's just a vacant spot. But that doesn't mean Vacant's going to win the tournament. Vacant's always the running joke with the internet wrestling community. So,
well, cards subject to change. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's always exciting to see who gets put in that slot when somebody has to back out. In my opinion.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
So this is going to be at the TWE Arena.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, Dayton Boulevard. I don't have the flyer on me, and typically I have flyers right beside my seat
Yeah, I
so
was
I can
going to
hang
say
them.
you always have
And
flyers on you, and it starts at 7, right?
no, a doors open at
Okay.
7. There's going to be a pre-show. Pre-show match is 7:45. I will not be announcing that. I will not be announcing that match. You'll have to find out who's going to be in that match day of. We're Sean and I are throwing a seminar the hours before, and we will be picking the vacated spot for one person and probably a couple other people. Whoever show up, we'll probably throw a match in with them as well. Who knows? I might get my tights. I might be in the pre-show. I
We'd
don't
love to
know.
see
I don't
that.
know.
We'd love to see
I don't
OTY
know.
get back in the ring. Nobody's ever
You'll
really
probably have,
retired in professional wrestling.
yeah. And the quote Jerry Lynn. Nobody ever retires in wrestling. We
Right.
just take breaks.
The great Jerry Lynn. Well, man, I'm excited about next Saturday. It's going to be great at Red Bank TWE Arena. Doors open at 7 o'clock. What are the ticket prices here?
Ticket prices. All ticket prices are $10. If you have children 6 and under, they are free with paid admission.
Yeah, I would
So
suggest if you want to sit in the front, get there early when the doors open.
bingo, I was just about to say that if you want those front row seats, you better get there. Now there'll be some reserved because there's folks that's already got the claims forms, but there will be there. So if you want to get to the front, get there.
Chattanooga people, North Georgia people, you got to be there. This is going to be an unbelievable show. You have no idea. One of these 8 or several of these 8, you could end up seeing on TV one day. You can meet them probably because this is the. I like shows like this. They're more intimate. They're more. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you're almost a part of the shows. These independent shows like this. So I'm really, really pumped about it, man. And good luck to you next Saturday.
Hey Trey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Hey, we'll have you back on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
But now I'm trophied up, I'm saying like bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand.